With 10 beekeepers in discussion, there will be 20 answers. I work with the 21st answer. I dare to be different. I call this the tech method. Equipment can be either made by the beak if they're a handy person or purchased from the beekeeping supply places. Why have a self-sufficient apiary? A huge less cost. The beak must be able to manage nukes and rare queen bees. No honey production is lost. Nukes in my area can be worked all year round. Also, nukes in many parts of the world in a similar way. Here I have a nuke that I use the queen out of, and I'll let them self-rear, and now 30 days later we have a laying queen. It has cost me nothing to rear this queen, but a little bit of gear and a little bit of time. I exchange my queens every 12 to 15 months in my production hives. The characteristics within my apiaries that I look for is gentleness and productivity. Any aggressive bees that are found, the queen is killed and replaced with a quieter queen of my own breeding. I have never worn gloves since becoming a beekeeper in over 55 years. Why have a self-sufficient apiary? Why have 2 hives instead of 1? Many a beak that I have discussions with inform me that they need a new queen. They say that their hive is queenless. The queen has failed or has been killed. I strongly suggest to have an extra hive as backup, so that when problems occur and queen's not available, the beak can remedy the situation. Also, no 2 hives work the same. Working beehives is a balancing act with nature. For survival, there are 3 different ways queens can be reared. Number 1 is emergency, number 2 is supersedure method, or 3 is the swarm method.
So in this particular honey hive, we'd noticed the queen was probably getting to about 15 to 18 months old, still performing, but we've decided it's time to change it over with a younger one. And the benefits of running a nuke all year round is that at a moment's notice you can have a young queen available.
It must be remembered that the stronger the hive in bee numbers, the quicker the sperm count of any queen will end, and then the queen can only lay infertile eggs, which is drones.
As you can see, the queen from the Italian hybrid is a lovely big golden queen.
The extra hive use can be used for any time of the year. Interchange of brood frames, drawing foundation, supplying nurse bees, equalising honey frames, self-reared queen if conditions suitable.
This is the young queen, and because she's in full lay and performing very well, she'll serve this honey hive much better than the older queen. And as you can tell, they're just calmly trying to get through the cage to feed her.
The double 4-frame nuke is now complete, with its rain hood and M-lock fitted. After bee numbers have been built up and you no longer require bees, we place an excluder on, and they fill above the excluder with honey only. It's surprising just how much honey a 4-frame nuke can produce. Only having 1 hive has limitations. With 2 or more hives, the bee creates options for brood, pest and disease management, and the well-being of the hives. To be able to interchange frames is paramount.
Detail in disease checks, but remember, a full disease check is only when you actually shake off every bee off every frame and check for disease. Is to take the 2nd or 3rd frame out first and not the outside frame. A lot of the time you'll have a lot of burr comb on the outside wall, which if you drag this frame out first, you've got a 1 in 10 chance that your queen is on there and you'll kill her. So the first thing we do is use your hive tool in an overhand position, and we spread the frames and break any of that bridging comb.
Subscribe to learn more.
Once you're confident that you've given yourself enough room, you hook one end up, place a finger under, hook the other end up, and it just rests there. And then when you lift, you must not feel any resistance. Feeling weight is okay, probably means that it's got some honey in it, but feeling weight is different to feeling resistance. If you feel it dragging at all, You place it back in and start again.
Options. It does not matter if the second hive is a nuc or another honey hive. Backup is well worth the extra cost. Overall, in a 12-month period, the cost could be cheaper.
You'll notice this video, we worked the brood super, 10 frames, and if it didn't have 2 honey supers on top, you'd notice there was no honey in the brood super. If this was a single hive, you have to have honey down there for them to survive. But because we've got these 2 supers above, we're able to hold a full 10 frames of brood, eggs and larvae downstairs, which enables a strong production hive for honey. So, once you have your hive back together, you've got to ask yourself, where's the queen? Well, in this case, we caged her. To release her, we simply shake the bees off the outside of the cage.
Please like, subscribe and comment.
Open the top up, and at a 45-degree angle, place the entrance at the landing board. She crawls straight out and in, and make sure that you give them a few puffs of smoke. In case there's a wall of bees hanging here, she might actually change her mind and turn around and go back onto the ground and get in my ants. So make sure you encourage her in. And also, if you've got a full production hive and you've got bees, after you've blown a super of bees out, you may have bees bearded all the way up along the front here when they return. You've got to be careful that if you don't smoke her in, she may just crawl back out and up the top. And if you still got that lid off, she'll crawl in your top super and she'll be in there before you know it.
Please like, subscribe and click the bell to my channels. Thanks for watching. All Aussie content.